The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. It always seems impossible until it's done. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. I like friends who have independent minds because they tend to make you see problems from all angles. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. Do not judge me by my successes, judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. Freedom is not something that one people can bestow on another as a gift. They claim it as their own and none can keep it from them. The power of education extends beyond the development of skills we need for economic success. It can contribute to nation building and reconciliation. No country can really develop unless its citizens are educated. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. I have retired, but if there's anything that would kill me, it is to wake up in the morning not knowing what to do. The first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. If you want to make peace with your enemy, you have to work with your enemy. Then he becomes your partner. It is so easy to break down and destroy. The heroes are those who make peace and build. It is better to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. One cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it will not happen. We must use time creatively, in the knowledge that the time is always ripe to do right. Real leaders must be ready to sacrifice all for the freedom of their people. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies.